video or a quick rundown of what needs to happen for Bitcoin, what needs to happen in the crypto market in order for us to get bullish again. It's not looking good, to be completely honest with you. If you've been following me for a minute, you know what I said. I said Q1, the end of Q1, around March, we're probably going to see some sort of short-term top. Make sure you put a cool kid emoji or the cool face with the smiley face with the sunglasses down there in the chat, in the comments, if you remember me saying that. I've been saying it for over 6, 7, 8 months. So it seems like it's starting to play out. Unfortunately, I did think we were going to go a lot higher, but we haven't got past 109. I mean, 109 is a lot for Bitcoin, but we wanted to see 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, possibly 200. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen in the immediate short term. But let's see what I'm looking at in the charts really quick, and then what we need to do to reclaim some of these areas, or if we need to, excuse me, if we need to remain a little bit bearish in the short to mid term. So let me go over to my chart. Give me a second. Let me get my mouse over here. So what I'm looking at, we're on a weekly time frame, and this is really, you're going to hear a lot of noise. You're going to hear a lot of people talking, saying a lot of different things. This is all you need to really look at right here. I want you to go in the weekly time frame. This is what we're up against. We have the top side resistance coming in at about 106 to 107. We have the bottom side support coming in at about 91 to 93K. So we'll say about 92K coming in right here. We decisively have lost it. We lost it, and now what I'll be looking for potentially is a break up and a retest to confirm this bearish trend. Now, what I would love to see is for us to just reclaim this area here, this 92, 93K area, and just continue our path forward. But what may happen, is looking like it might want to happen, especially if we get a weekly close. Like I said, I'm on the weekly time frame. If we get a weekly close below this yellow dotted line here coming in, like I said, at about 91 to 93K, somewhere in that area, you know, sad to say, if we get a weekly close here and then we open the week next week to come up here, we do have this downward sloping trend line that we've been using as resistance. We could even come up here. Everybody will start getting very, very bullish again, and then we'll just make another higher low. We'll use this as resistance, make a lower high rather, and then continue our path forward. So what I would want to see is a weekly close. If we close a weekly below here, we have to close a weekly back above there. So even if we come back above here, don't get happy. Don't jump into too much or too big of leverage longs. You can probably even try to start to build your position, but you want to be, your risk to reward is not really that good unless we close a weekly candle above here. So the weekly isn't closed yet. We still have, what's today? Thursday, we have Friday, Saturday, and we have Sunday. So we got 3 days to break back up and reclaim this area. Then we can this will just be null and void. We don't even have to worry about this. So we got 3 days to try to reclaim this 92K area here. If we can do that before Sunday's close, before the weekly close, all this is just noise down here. Everything is just noise. If we close below there, then I'll be looking for possibly next week or the next few weeks for us to potentially come up, maybe just chop sideways down in this region for a minute, potentially come up to create some sort of a lower high, and then come down to my area, which is, we do have a CME gap, and we have this upper sloping trend line that we've been watching ever since the beginning of the run, coming in anywhere between, well, that's about, we'll say 73 to 75K in for Bitcoin. So that's what I'm looking at right now. It's not really too much to deep dive in for Bitcoin. It's really just those two scenarios. That weekly close, the weekly close is coming up, so we really want to get back above that 91 to 92K area, hold that, before Sunday's close. So all of this that we just talked about, we don't even have to worry about if we can make our way back up above this 92K area before Sunday. If we close a long term or long time frame, a high time frame close below here, below that 92, then it's basically confirming the breakdown, a weekly breakdown, a macro large time frame breakdown. So that's what we'll be looking at. That's what we'll be kind of getting our, or keeping our eyes out on for the next 3 days. We got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys lock in. Don't get too bullish yet, or if we start to go up, and don't be too bearish yet, because we're still, let's actually go. We're still, even if we do break down, even if we confirm this breakdown, use this or come back up here, use this as resistance to come down, or even if we just continue down from this area and just from where we're at about 80, are we at 81? Wow, we're at 81.6. So even if we just start to come down and we start touching, you know, this 70K area, low 70K, or back to our, you know, cycle highs, our 2021 cycle highs at about 69 to 70K, we'll still be in an uptrend, you know, on the macro time frame if you zoom out. So let's do this really quick before we get out of here. So even if you zoom out, so even before October 2023, this is basically when I say the bull run officially started. You know, we were going up, but 2023 October is when we really officially started. And then we just been up, kind of came down, came down, came down, came down. So we'll be technically still in the uptrend if we don't lose this, you know, this low 70 area, which is also coming in at the CME gap and around the 2021 all-time high. It just is what it is right now, guys. We're waiting. We're sitting to see what happens. We're sitting on our hands, give or take a few more days to see if we can confirm below that 91, 92. I mean, right now we're $10,000 below it, so it's not looking good, just to be honest. But I will stay, you know, keeping everybody posted. We'll let you know what I'm doing. We'll let you know how I'm going to play this. I mean, we're traders as well. Some of us are traders as well. So if you're looking for shorts, I would short. Let's go back. So if this scenario does play out, where we come down a little bit more possibly, or come down here, and then we come back up to confirm a lower high. So if we get back up here, sweep this area here, but we get rejected and come back down, that would be means for, you know, a short position in order to build our Bitcoin back. So the trading that we're going to do, the shorting that we're going to do is just going to add to our Bitcoin stack as we go down. So we want to just add to our Bitcoin stack as Bitcoin goes down by our trading through longs, through shorts, whatever it may be, through working a job. We plan on making some dry powder, making some extra money to buy the dip. And when I say buy the dip, I don't mean to buy the dip to think about it's going to go up next week or the week after next or tomorrow. The long-term dip. Now we're thinking longer term, because now we're breaking key macro support resistance levels. So now we have to start buying the dip, but for long term. So we're talking about our long-term bags. We're talking about our long-term portfolios for the coins that we think are going to come back, for the coins that we talked about over the past few videos that have stood the test of time. So this is FD White. Just you know, making a quick video for the community. Been kind of sick. This is Detroit. Detroit is a beautiful city, man. Beautiful, dangerous, but definitely, you know, a beautiful city in the right places. And not all Detroit is dangerous either. Don't let the internet fool you, man. There's some very nice spots in Detroit, the surrounding areas. Detroit is a nice spot, and it's coming up, man. And we're trying to get into that real estate game too. But this is a crypto specific channel for the most part, so we're not gonna talk about that. Sort of. It's crypto funds invest. I can invest in anything I want, right? But that is what it is. Neither here nor there. We'll talk to you guys in a minute. So this is FD White. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Free Telegram will be in the pinned comment. I'll talk to you in a minute. Peace.